I became a millionaire from launching meme coins. Yep. All the money you see in my wallet right now was made with a specific launch strategy that I'm gonna show you in this video. I can even refresh this so you can see I'm legit, and I'm not showing this to flex or anything, it's just so you can see that I know what I'm talking about. These are some of my meme coins that I launched recently.
This channel doesn't promote any illegal activities, and all actions performed in this video are performed for educational and entertainment purposes only.
So in this video, I'll be giving you the fastest, shortest 5-step guide to actually launching your coins. So this is what I use, and it's what I recommend everyone do to, actually have some success in this space, because most of you guys don't have any clue on how to actually launch. So how to do your proper marketing the right way, how to pick the right platform to launch on, the details. So and how to, of course, profit legally, which is what I'm going to cover. So without further ado, let's get into the first bit, which is the details behind your coin, which is the most crucial part, because if your narrative for your coin is bad, nobody is going to buy into your coin, and 99% of the success of your coin depends from the narrative that you pick. So the meme is very important, and you can do this via X or Twitter or TikTok. Find a trending meme is what I like to use, and you could also use deck screener. You could also, make up your own meme. It doesn't matter. There's also the fact that you can copy coins that are doing well. So copy trending coins, which is a good option that I didn't include. I'll just put it right here, copy trending coins, which I might show you in the ending of this video, how to copy trending coins. Let me just put a little marker here. So the next thing you want to do is make sure that your socials, the logo, are all 10 out of 10. I use Canva, so canva.com for the logo, which is pretty straightforward. Make sure that the logo is 500 by 500x, so pixels, 500 by 500. This is pretty straightforward. I'm just explaining you guys the basic stuff because I'm going over the full tutorial. The time that you launch is also very crucial. I know this is beginner information, but make sure you launch when the US is awake, not like in 3 a.m. when half of US is asleep. And then for the description, I forgot to add here description that you want your coin to have. Make sure you ask GPT for a Gen Z style 80 words limit. It's the best sort of, outline that I can give you guys. So Gen Z style, and I recommend anywhere from 90 words limit is good. So next up, what you want to do is you want to go into the platform. So which platform do you launch on? There's two main platforms, which are Pump.Fun and Raydium. And both of these platforms are good in their own ways. However, one is much superior when it comes to getting bigger market caps, and it's going to be Raydium. These are the two main competitors. So Pump.Fun, it's overall just cooked. I mean, you see coins launched there. I can even go and head there right now. If I go to Pump.Fun, you can see that 90% of the coins launched here are saturated and very similar to each other, and they all follow the same up and down pattern, as you can see right here. So they're just scams, they're saturated, so it's a shit dex overall, and you want to be launching on the Raydium dex. Raydium dex requires most of the time no advertising for your coins because they are much higher quality. So what I call Pump.Fun is LQD, and Raydium I call HQD. If I go here into the filters, you can see that Pump.Fun, the Raydium coins compared to Pump.Fun ones, are launched much more rarely. As you can see, these are seconds between each launch, and the market caps, as you can see, they're all at 5k because this is what Pump.Fun gives you. So liquidity is around 10k, market caps are around 5k. So you can see this is very low. So this is a very sort of, like, if you were to give this points out of 10, this would be like a 5. However, Raydium, if we go here and you go into the filters, you apply the dexes to be Raydium, you can see they're launched much more, much less. And somebody has just used my this is actually insane. This is one of my old coins that I launched, which made a lot of money, which is quite funny. As you can see, people are still reusing narratives, so copying coins, I will get back into this, don't worry. So once you're on Raydium, you realize that the market caps are way higher, and the liquidity, look at this market cap. If we scroll down, you see 100k, 4 billion. That's a B, as you can see. The other one's 80 million, 4 billion market liquidity is at half a mil. Same, like half a mil liquidity is so crazy. This is definitely a rug, but some of these have natural looking charts, so they actually go up and down, and it's actually a solid coin. So this guy, if he was to rug this, he would make half a mil. And this is probably what he is going to do, because this is obviously a rug. If I were to, waste this YouTube video waiting for it to climb and drop, this guy would make at least 100 bands. So now that I've made it very clear that Pump.Fun is the go-to DEX, you are now wondering, well, how do I launch on Raydium? How do I launch a coin that requires coding? So HQD means high quality dev, and LQD means low quality devs. And why Raydium coins get much more attraction and eyes on their coin when it's launched is because they are coding required. So you need to be a coder to code your own token. However, how do we bypass this? Because most of you guys watching this, I'm guessing my viewers, are not coders. So what you go to is this site called coinflare.fun. I am not affiliated with them in any sort of way. It is just the cheapest and best working website that I found amongst other ones, which, be careful, there are many scam websites, but this one allows you to launch a coin with no coding. So simple as it is, you basically put in your token symbol, whatever the name is. You upload a random image, let's say that you use from Canva, as I told you, your description, which I told you how to do. You you keep the supply at 1 billion and the decimals at 9. So this is just a demonstration. Make sure you don't touch anything. This website amazes me because everything is preset. As you can see, everything that needs to be selected is selected. Don't select creator information because you do not need this. Nobody looks at this. These, however, make sure these are blue, because if you have these unselected, your coins are going to pop up with red flags. So if you don't have revoke, mint, freeze, and update, that means you can see red flags. Nobody's going to buy into this coin because you can mint the tokens, you can freeze them, you can print more supply. People are not going to trust your money, their money in your coin, simply because these are not selected. So make sure you keep these selected. Add your either fake or real websites, socials, whatever, if you want to create a dupe, so a copy, a duplicate of a coin. Just use their website, use their Twitter. You don't have to, this is brain dead easy. I'm showing you guys the fastest way. I'm not going to show you guys how to make a Twitter or a website. You guys can find plenty of YouTube videos on how to do so. So don't waste my time. I'm not going to waste your time. You click create token, you connect your wallet. This is one of my wallets that has no money apparently in it, but it doesn't matter because I already created a token right here. It's called XGAI. If you go into manage liquidity, so after you create your token, it's not going to pop up here just yet. Like, let's say Aura was my token, it's not going to pop up here until I create the liquidity pool for it. So you go into manage liquidity pools. This is the token that I just created. Let's say it was whatever, and let's say you click 90%, which you should, which means that you own 90%, so 900 million of the total billion of the tokens, and you create a initial liquidity pool. So with your own money, don't worry, you'll get this back at any time that you wish, so you can just drain the whole coin. I recommend anywhere from 0.2, 3, or 5 sol. I usually invest around 0.5, which is good. I get this money back every single time, plus additional profit. You click create pool, it's pretty dead easy, and it gets launched here. So let's say this was our coin. We give it some time to cook, and while it, cooks, we now own the liquidity pool, LQ pool, or we can bundle. So what most of the guys do is they go and have a bundler, so they have many wallets. If you go on Dex Screener, and I clicked on a random coin, as you can see, if you go on the top traders, you can see that the people making the most amount of money, see this guy made 12K and this guy made 6K. And both of these guys didn't buy any initial tokens, which means either one of two things. Either A, they know the dev, so they know the developer, or B, they are the dev. So they either, somehow they managed to know the person behind this project, and most likely this is the same guy. So he owns this wallet and he owns this wallet. You put these together. He made, I'm pretty sure if you scroll down more, yep, he's made, if you stack all these up, he's made at least 50K. So with this method, with the bundle method, people make usually around from anywhere from 50K to 100K. With liquidity pools, you make anywhere from 10K to 30K, which is the method I'm showing you guys today, which is a bit more beginner friendly and it's a bit simpler. And I'm not even going to go into the wallet distribution tool because this is for the bundle method, so don't worry about this just yet. Let's go to the marketing. So while your coin cooks, as you can see, it was launched and it gets some buys. We go into the marketing, which there's many ways you can do this. You can go on X and shill your coin there. Telegram groups, you can pay, which is a good, really good way, is to pay KOL, so influencers who have active like 50 or 100K followers who are actives, and they're gonna buy anything that their influencer posts. So these don't really cost that much depending on how many followers they have. You can just look for them on X. It's pretty easy. You can buy boosts. You can make your own social media, X, Telegram, whatever, but this takes time. There's also Dex Screener ads, which is going to run you about $300, which is also a good option. So once you do this marketing, you wait for your coin to, grow. As you can see, this one is growing slowly but surely. And let's just go for a different one for educational purposes. Let's just click on, let's say this one. And let's say this coin just bounced up to however much. And if this guy was to, use this website, he could click refresh. I will show you a clip of how this works. So you would click minus 100%, as you guys probably saw the clip, and you would have made all of the money that was put into this coin, and you would, be considered an unethical dev, but you would make a lot of money. And I'm not saying that you should do this, that you are, obliged to follow whatever this video shows. This is just a educational not demonstrational video, educating you guys on how people rug coins. I don't do this myself. I don't condone any actions taken in this video, but this is the website you should use for this method. There's other websites. Be careful of scams. And you remove your liquidity pool once it reaches however much liquidity you want, and then you retire your parents. It's pretty straightforward. This is the method that I use. And if you have any questions, make sure to ask them in the comments down below. Subscribe to the channel and like and watch other YouTube videos on my channel, which are very, very good.